concerning Yellowstone Supervolcano, new way to estimate magma underneath. This tells us what is heating the boiler. This is by Washington State University. Researchers found a new way to estimate how fast magma is recharging beneath the Yellowstone Supervolcano. While their findings offer no help to predicting of the volcanic eruption, the next super eruption, they can now get a better understanding of a key factor, a pool of basalt magma recharging the system and how it works. Researchers at Washington State University and University of Idaho have found a new way to estimate how fast magma is recharging underneath the Yellowstone Supervolcano. While their findings offer no help to predict when it's going to erupt, they get a better understanding of a key factor, a pool of basalt magma recharging. This is the coal in the furnace that's heating things up, said Peter Larson, a professor in Washington State University School of the Environment. He says it's heating up the boiler. The boiler is what explodes. This tells us what is heating the boiler. Some 640,000 years have passed since the volcano's last major eruption. It was a super eruption, but it can be super, having produced one of the largest known blasts on Earth and spewing more than 2,000 times as much ash as Mount St. Helens did in 1980. A major element is a volcano's power and the explosion, silica-rich rhyolite that breaks through the Earth's crust during an eruption. Larson and his colleagues focused on the plume of basalt magma heating the rhyolite from underneath the volcano. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box. This is just an example of a mantle plume coming from the mantle of the Earth, breaking through the crust. And for example, this thing here seems to be in the mid-Atlantic ridge, where we have the isolated volcanoes. So this is what they said. Larson and his colleagues focused on the plume of basalt magma heating the rhyolite from below. Larson said, this gives us an idea of how much magma is recharging the volcano every single year. Larson, whose findings appear in the latest issue of the journal Geosphere. With funding from the National Science Foundation, the researchers spiked several hot springs in Yellowstone National Park with deuterium. It's a stable hydrogen isotope. The researchers used the length of time needed for deuterium concentrations to return to the background levels and the temperature of the hot springs to calculate the amount of water and heat flowing out of these hot springs. Causing deuterium for estimating heat flow is safe for the environment and has no visual impact to distract from the park visitors' experiences. The team found that previous studies underestimated the amount of water coursing through the springs and the amount of heat leaving the springs. The data also allows the team to estimate the amount of magma entering the supervolcano from the mantle. The study also has implications for geothermal energy, helping inform how heat is transported to the Earth's surface from the molten rock. And this is by Washington State University. Peter Larson, Jerry Ferry, Joseph Mulvaney Norris, Carly Lindsay, and Nicholas McMillan on Science Daily. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support.